Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Author Trivia from the Mercer County Library System. I'm Bob. I work at the Hopewell branch, and today we have for you some authors of books, both mysteries and thrillers, and they're here to ask you a trivia question about one of their books. Feel free to listen to the whole question. If you need a little time to think of your answer, you can always pause it. Hopefully you'll find some authors here that if you don't know about them, you'll want to pick up their books and take a chance and see if they enjoy what they have to say. If you want to share this video, feel free to do so and tag us at MCLSNJ. And here we go.
Hi guys, Kimberly Bell here, and I am the author of 6 novels of suspense. My latest is Stranger in the Lake. It came out last summer. Stranger in the Lake is a story about Charlotte, a woman who kind of grew up on the wrong side of the tracks in her mountainous lakeside hometown in North Carolina. And one day she meets a man and they fall in love. He's older, he's much wealthier, but they're very happy together. They get married and they're very happy together until one day she wakes up and discovers a body floating under the dock behind their home in the same exact position where Paul's wife, his first wife, once drowned. So Charlotte becomes determined to find out who this woman is, who this stranger is, and whether or not her husband had anything to do with her death. My question for you today is, what is the name of this lake? It's a fictional lake. What is the name of the lake that keeps sucking these women's bodies down? Want to think about it? Look it up. Okay, the answer is Lake Crosby. Like I said, it's a fictional lake, but it's one that I modeled after the very real Lake Glenville, which is kind of in between Cashers and Highlands in North Carolina. It's a beautiful area, and you can go there and swim in the lakes because Lake Crosby is fictional. All right. Thank you so much for being here. If you read this book, please find me on socials. I'm on all of them. And let me know what you think. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Hello, Mercer County Library. Thanks to Bob at the Hopewell branch for including me. I'm Audrey Cowan, the author of the Ivy Nichols Mystery Series. The first book in the series is Murder at Hotel 1911. It's a modern traditional mystery set at a hotel themed around the year 1911. So millennial Ivy Nichols, who works the front desk, has to wear a bit of a costume to work. In the past, her struggles with mental health have pushed her out of some jobs, but she's determined not to let that happen this time because the hotel is the only link she has to the family that she lost when she was a small child. So when a guest dies at dinner one night and her best friend, the chef, is accused, she gets involved in the crime and the solution to the crime, not only to save his reputation, but also to save the hotel from a lawsuit that jeopardizes its future. My question for you is, what is the mental health challenge that Ivy struggles against? The answer is panic disorder. Thank you, and thanks for supporting your local library.
Hi, I'm Tracy Dottmeyer.
And I'm Wendy Katzman. We're the co-authors of the recent college admissions thriller, Girls with Bright Futures.
Thank you to Bob Neuse for inviting us to submit a trivia question about our book for the patrons of the Mercer County Library System. Girls with Bright Futures is the story of 3 prep school mothers whose daughters are locked in competition for a single spot at Stanford. As the competition heats up, an attempt is made on one of the girls' lives, which sends this privileged community into a spiral of panic and accusations, until one can't help but wonder if there's any line these families wouldn't cross to secure their daughters' futures.
This book is a suspenseful read with a side of satire that takes a deep dive into the college industrial complex, elite entitlement, and income inequality.
Our trivia question today is, what hook does the character Kelly manufacture for her daughter Chrissy to help her stand out as a prospective student for Stanford?
We'll give you a second. Okay, the answer is a woman in STEM. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. Kelly's daughter loved English and hated math, that Kelly calculated that Chrissy would have a better chance of getting into Stanford with this hook. A hook is an institutional priority, such as legacies, recruited athletes, first-generation college students, or men in humanities, that may provide prospective students with an extra edge for gaining admission to a particular university.
Thank you again to Bob Noose and the patrons of the Mercer County Library System.
Hi, my name is Sherry Thomas. I am the author of 21 novels and several novellas across a variety of genres, including the Lady Sherlock historical mystery series, which posits that the fictional exploits of Sherlock Holmes are inspired by the real-life adventures of one Sherlock Holmes, consulting detective extraordinaire. Now, Sherlock Holmes is well known for having a little cocaine problem. He is a man of independent means who solves cases mainly to entertain himself, and as such, feels free to turn down the cases he considers boring. For my Lady Sherlock, however, her clients are her livelihood, and she can't be so cavalier about it. So instead of a problem with hard drugs, she has a little addiction to cake. The cake that appears the most frequently in the Lady Sherlock books is probably plum cake, that old British stalwart. Here is a trivia question for you. What fruit is in a Victorian plum cake? Well, not plums. Rather, a lot of raisins, half a pound of raisins in a cake. Sometimes fancier versions of the cake also have candied citrus peel, but still no plums. Cheers, this is Sherry Thomas, and I hope you've enjoyed this trivia question.
Hi, I'm Angela M. Sanders, author of, among other things, the Which Way Librarian series. Bait and Witch is the first one in that series. Second one, 7-Year Witch, comes out August 22nd. I'm here because I love libraries, as I'm sure that you do, and librarians. Bait and Witch, in fact, features a witch librarian, but because I have a trivia question for you. In Bait and Witch, Josie Way she's a librarian at the Library of Congress, and then she flees to this teeny tiny town, Wilford, Oregon, to take a library job there because she's on the run. My question is about the names, her name and her sister's names, Tony and Jean. They are each three named after something in particular. Can you tell me what that is? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. Okay, are you ready? They are each three named after French queens. Their dad is a history professor, and Tony is named after Marie Antoinette. Josie is named after Josephine, and then Jean's named after Eugenie. So thanks so much. I hope that you enjoy these books. Thank you so much. Bye.
Hi, I'm Robert Tagone, author of the Tracy Crosswhite series, and my latest, number 8, is In Her Tracks. So I have a 3-part mystery question. Tracy has adopted 2 dogs by marriage. What type of dogs are they? What are the 2 dogs' names? And what do those names relate to? Thanks very much. Happy reading. Okay, so here are the answers. Number 1, the 2 dogs are Rhodesian Mastiffs. I have had 3 Rhodesians in my house. Second, their names are Rex and Sherlock. Third, Rex is related to Tyrannosaurus Rex because he's so big. Sherlock comes from the saying, "No shit, Sherlock," which is something that Dan, Tracy's husband, used to say all the time.
Hi, I'm author Darcy Hanna, and I'm coming to you from the Howell Carnegie District Library in Howell, Michigan. So I am a librarian as well as an author. I have the best of both worlds. I started out writing historical fiction, and now I write cozy mysteries, and I'm really focused on my cozy mysteries. I have 2 series out. The first one is the Berry Cherry Mystery Series. It's set in Door County, Wisconsin. That's a lot of fun. I don't know if you can see it, but the goats on there. And then I have a new murder mystery that just came out. It's called Murder at the Beacon Bake Shop. This is my new one, and I'm so excited. And today's trivia question is going to be from Murder at the Beacon Bake Shop, first in a new series set in Beacon Harbor, Michigan. So in this, my protagonist, Lindsay Bakewell, gets drunk one night, buys a lighthouse, wakes up the next morning and realizes she's the owner of a lighthouse on the shores of Lake Michigan. So there is a realtor involved, and as she's purchasing this lighthouse, going through with the deal, the realtor forgets to tell her one little tidbit of information. And I just want to know what, the realtor's name is Betty Van Hoosen, so I want you to think about what little tidbit of information that Betty Van Hoosen forgot to tell Lindsay Bakewell about her lighthouse. I'm going to let you think about this for a minute. Okay. Betty Van Hoosen forgot to tell Lindsay Bakewell that her lighthouse is rumored to be haunted. Apparently, the first lightkeeper has never left the lighthouse. So that's another little thing Lindsay has to contend with in Beacon Harbor with her lighthouse and her bakery. So just another little fun thing. That's Murder at the Beacon Bake Shop. Very excited about that, and I'm so excited to be doing this video for you today. I'd like to thank Bob and everybody at the Mercer District Library System. Thank you so much. Happy reading and happy baking.
Hi Mercer County Library patrons, I'm Sarah Warburton, the author of the thriller Once Two Sisters, published in September of 2020, and You Can Never Tell, published in August of 2021. So in my first novel, Once Two Sisters, Ava and Zoe have such a toxic relationship that Zoe moves all the way across the country, changes her name, and starts a new life under an assumed identity just to get away from her big sister, Ava. Everything's going well until she sees a news story about a famous novelist who's gone missing, and it's her big sister, Ava. So Zoe has to go back to her hometown, face her distant, weird parents and her ex-boyfriend, who's her current brother-in-law, as she tries to uncover what really happened. My trivia question is based on a clue that was pinned to the wall of Ava's study. It's an acronym. The acronym is SEER, S-E-R-E. What does the acronym SEER stand for? I'll give you a minute to think. Okay, it's a military term, and it stands for survival, evasion, resistance, and escape. All skills both sisters will need before the end of the book. Thank you so much, Bob, for including me in this trivia game, and happy reading.
Hi, Mercer County Library System patrons. I'm Lynn Cahoon. I am the cozy mystery author of 4 different series. I have the Tourist Trap series, I have the Cat Latimer series, I have the Farm to Fork series, and the new series is the Kitchen Witch series. And of course it has a cat in it, so you just saw my cat too. In all of these series, I talk a lot about small towns and food and things that I enjoy, so I hope you enjoy them too. But today we're going to talk about the Kitchen Witch series, which One Poison Pie released in January. And in the Kitchen Witch series, I'll just use my notes so I get it all for you. The first book of the Kitchen Witch series, Mia Malone moves to Magic Springs, Idaho to live with her Kitchen Witch grandmother and open Mia's Morsels, a catering cooking school in this building she purchases. Now she could have built a building, but she decides to purchase this one. Why? And what kind of a building is it? If you've read the book, you know immediately what she bought. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Oh, door's not high enough for you to see them. 4, and it's time for the answer. What building did she buy as her home base? St. Catherine's Academy is the 3-story building Mia bought to save it from being torn down for a strip mall. It has an apartment on the 3rd floor, classrooms on the 2nd floor, and local Magic Spring residents are sure that it's haunted, but Mia hasn't found that out yet. So if you guessed an old school, which St. Catherine's Academy is the old school, then you were right. Congratulations, and I hope to talk to you later. Bye.
All right. Hopefully you did well on that quiz. Thanks to the authors for taking the time to send us a question about their books. Remember, you can find all these books in our catalog at the Mercer County Library. You can log on to mcl.org to check out what we have. Stop in at one of the branches, and we also now have a new app, My MCLS NJ. You want to download the app, and that's another great way to be able to access the books and what we have going on at the library system. Thanks again to the authors for taking time to participate, and we'll see everybody next time.